it's the hypocrisy and lack of self-awareness for me. Hey, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, then my name is Erica, and today, unfortunately, we are talking about Gabbie Hanna again. Gabbie Hanna has recently, she is putting out her docu-series, which is supposed to exonerate her and show that she's been exploited and harassed by all these people, but in my opinion, it's really showing her lack of self-awareness, her lack of understanding of topics such as ableism and gaslighting, and just her lack of understanding of really everything, in my opinion. So if you don't know, Gabbie has ADHD, and that is her new favorite thing to bring up in every conversation, even in conversations where it's not relevant. Because in my opinion, number one, she's trying to gain sympathy from people, and also number two, she's trying to use that as an excuse to be harmful. One of the things she said in her docu-series is that she was called ableist for like making fun of tone indicators, which are like you basically tell people the tone of your message, because it can be hard for people that are autistic to understand the tone. So you basically will say, oh, I'm being sarcastic now, or I'm being serious, or whatever. But so Gabbie made fun of that a few months ago, and she got called out on it and called ableist, and now she's like, well, you know, I can't be ableist because I'm neurodivergent.
I didn't realize how much of a real neurological disorder it is. I actually, for a long time, thought that I was autistic. It was around the time of my birthday, like the few weeks surrounding that, like all I could do was like research it, trying to get to the bottom of who I am. And then things kept popping up in my recommended, like ADHD versus autism, how to tell the difference between ADHD and autism, the tone indicators thing that I was trending on Twitter for. That was actually part of like this weird timing in my life where I'm really realizing that I'm neurodivergent and that my brain genuinely doesn't work like a lot of people's. Oh, the tone indicators thing. So the irony of that is I was joking that we don't need tone indicators, and in doing that, it's because I misunderstood the tone of the tweet that I was reading, and I interpreted it incorrectly and then responded incorrectly. But then everybody attacked me for it, saying that I was ableist against neurodivergence when I am actually very neurodivergent. But I will say again that I think that's the best thing that could have happened in that moment, because it was at the time that I was ready to like really receive that information. I always like talk about ADHD.
I have a few videos on my channel. I have one about internalized ableism, and then one about ableism within the disabled community, and I will link that. But you can be disabled and still be ableist. I should not have to say that. And I really hope Gabbie watches this video. I highly doubt she will, because she looks down upon smaller creators. But Gabbie, if
4K views on your fucking makeup tutorial? Missed 4K views on your commentary piece a week ago? Yeah, I just went and checked. I'm talking about you for attention. You talk about me, you get millions. I talk about you, I get still millions, but not because of you.
you're watching this, you can be ableist and have a disability. One of my friends, Kathleen Downs, has a blog, and she wrote a review on Shane Burk's book, Laughing at My Nightmare. And if you don't know who Shane is, he is a YouTuber who I believe he has muscular dystrophy, but in my friend Kathleen's review, she talks about his horror horizontal ableism and how he makes fun of people with cerebral palsy and how they like drool, and he also makes fun of people with intellectual disabilities, which is not okay. Even if you're disabled, that's not fucking okay. And I really wish Gabbie would understand that. And another thing Gabbie said in her docuseries, which I found so ironic and hypocritical, which she was like, you shouldn't have to know somebody's like mental health status or their like their neurology or their neurological makeup in order to empathize and see them as a human being. Are you not the one that told Rachel Oates she wouldn't understand your shitty poetry because she's neurotypical and you're not? When Rachel Oates has been like, I'm not neurotypical, and that shouldn't fucking matter. Because you know what? There are tons of artists that aren't neurotypical that are widely celebrated, even by neurotypical people. So just admit your art is not good. And she continues to do her little Seizure Dance, which if you haven't seen, I already made a video about that. It pisses me off. It pisses me off. And you know what really pisses me off? Is she says she wishes she could just get off YouTube and work on her art when it's like nobody is stopping you. You are the only one stopping you. Nobody is forcing you to make YouTube videos. And it's like, I feel like if Gabbie put as much energy into creating her like art or whatever, like it might actually be semi-good. But instead, sorry, the mail just came and my dogs flipped a shit. Okay, but if she put as much effort into like crying that she's being exploited and calling commentary channels tabloids, which I could do a whole video on that. And if you would like me to like dive into the difference between like drama and commentary and like those rag magazines, I totally can, and actually I really want to make that video. So if you want to see that, please comment down below so I know that people would be interested in it. But anyway, if she spent as much time and energy into like her music and her poetry and stuff as she did into fighting with people on the internet and to try to be the villain, to see what it feels like when you're harming real people with your like little social experiment, then her art might be semi-good. I mean, I'm not gonna say she's the most talented person in the world, but you don't have to be. I'm a writer, and I know I'm not the best writer. There's always going to be someone better than me, someone more creative, someone who just can write better, and that's fine. I don't have to be the best writer in order to enjoy it and in order to do it and put art out there. But apparently Gabbie thinks she's Freddie Mercury, which, God, it's like, you're nothing like Freddie Mercury. Freddie Mercury wasn't like fighting with people for not understanding, because he realized, like, his art isn't for everybody, and that's fine. Your art isn't gonna be for everyone. And that's, if you want to be an artist, Gabbie Hanna, or anybody else who wants to be an artist, you have to realize not everybody is going to appreciate your art, and that is fine. I know it hurts. I've had some of my favorite pieces that I've ever written be turned down by publications. And some pieces that I don't really think are that good have been chosen by publications, and that hurts. It hurts to work so hard on something and for it to be rejected or misunderstood, but that is a part of doing art. That's just art, baby, like Gabbie Hanna says. But it's like, how dare you, Gabbie? How dare you act like the victim when you have hurt so many people? So many people. You don't even begin to understand the harm that you have caused the neurodivergent community. Do you know how hard it's gonna be for some people to admit they're neurodivergent after the shit that you pulled? Because now they're going to be labeled as someone like you, when in fact not everybody who's neurodivergent is an asshole. And that's what Gabbie is. She's an asshole. And I know this video was very ranty. I'm fed up. I'm fed up with this bullshit. And, like, I don't know what else to say. I don't feel bad for Gabbie Hanna. Like, yes, she has been wronged in the past, and she has been, like, dragged for no reason at times. But also, when she does do shit, she doesn't apologize. She doesn't take accountability. She just acts like she's the victim, and she's not. She's a bully. She's an ableist. That's what she is. And until she proves otherwise, I'm going to keep saying that. Allegedly, I'm not trying to get sued here, but I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's weird to say at the end of this that I hope you enjoyed it, because I've been ranting and angry, but I feel like I have to say it. I feel like other people have to say it too, because I feel like we're not looking at it from that lens. Like, yes, people know that Gabbie's problematic, but I feel like they're not, like, saying you can still be ableist and have a disability, Gabbie, and by you weaponizing your disability, you're harming the community, and you are making it sound like only people with zero disabilities can be ableist, which is the furthest thing from the truth. But I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up, and please comment what you think down below. And if you have not already and you would like to, please consider subscribing to my channel. I recently hit over 400 subscribers, which to me, I never thought that I would get there, and I never thought that I would get there this year. But thank you so much to everybody who has subscribed. I really appreciate it, and if I ever get to 1,000 subscribers, I think I'm gonna do like a Q&A, and the reason why I say 1,000 is because I feel like it'll be easier when I'm able to make community posts, because then I could, like, that's a bit more interactive. So I hope that I can get there someday, and if you would like to subscribe, please consider doing that, because I make commentary videos, I talk about disability, I do story times related to my disability, I do disability friendly work. Basically, I just make whatever I feel like making, and I hope that it resonates with some of you. But if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye!